I might do problem 3 and 4 together. It's like taking time to go through each one of these, but I'm trying to put myself through the same thing you're going through. So a university system has 12 campuses, and an administrator wants to estimate the average number of hours per week that undergraduate students in the system spend exercising. What seems reasonable for her to do? Well, could take a simple random sample from the complete list of undergraduate students in the university system and ask each selected students to report weekly exercise time. That's reasonable. It's reasonable because they're going to capture all 12 campuses when they do that, because it's a random sample, so they're hopefully not going to be like all of them on one campus. They could also take a stratified sample by selecting students randomly from each of the 12 campuses. That'll also work. What if they survey only students who are entering campus recreation centers? Well, those are the gym rats already. You probably don't want to do that. That's going to have what we call selection bias. What if they just ask people if they exercised? Well, there's a couple problems with that. People will report either what they want you to know or what they themselves believe. So my mother-in-law believes that she works out very hard, and I believe that I don't work out hard enough. And those are kind of biased in both directions. And the last one's complete baloney. There's no measurement problems because exercise time is a numerical variable that has nothing to do with anything. So the first two are the correct ways to get a sample. So let's look at the next problem for sampling for a prediction model. A city contains 8 residential districts. A civil engineer wants to develop an equation for predicting monthly household water consumption from variables like house size, number of residents, lot size, and age of the home. What sampling approach would be most appropriate? Well, let's look at this. Select a simple random sample of households from the entire city, or take a stratified sample within the 8 districts. That's just like the college problem we just did. That's reasonable. If we select only the households with the largest monthly water bills, that would be bad because we are getting, again, a selection bias. If we only have the newest homes from each district, that's also not, we're again having selection bias because we're picking only a certain type of home. And then again, choose a district with the highest, same thing here, if I just chose a district based on something, then only households in that district and survey only households in that district, I still don't get a good picture. I have to do a random sample across the different types. And then here's this question about enumerative and analytic. These are, again, terminology. They're made up words by people like me. So how do I understand that? The examples that are here about households and cities, but I thought about it in studies that we do about cadets. If I have a collection of cadets in my sample, and I want to find out something about those cadets, it's a finite identifiable population, and I can find out what's not cadet something. That is called enumerative. If it's analytic, we are really interested in the relationships or processes that generate outcomes for that particular group. So for this particular question, it's enumerative for the current set of households specified in this question. The wording matters. The question specifically asked about current set of households in the city. So it didn't ask about future households. It didn't ask about outcomes that we can generate from that data. So it was very specific in the way that question was asked. So that's 3 and 4.